the Twitch channel. This is where young America seems to want to try to get their fix of Twitch shows. And tonight is one of our favorites. This is the Friday night staple. It's the Pretty Girl Show. This is where pretty girls get together and talk about pretty girl things. And today, right now on the show, we have Mary Jane, of course. Hi, Mary Jane. But Angie Stroud, a very funny comic, actress, and a weed smoker. Cool, man.
That's my signature move.
Puff, puff, pass.
I know, no pass.
Oh, really?
Inhale the whole thing, down to the nub.
So, before the show, Angie said she wanted to tell 3 things that she's never told anybody in her life.
Ooh.
She's got some stuff from when she was a kid. Any grown up stuff?
I'm a Russian orphan.
A Russian orphan?
And I'm actually 40 years old.
You're...
And mother and father adopted me, and I pretended to be an 8-year-old, and then I killed them in the night.
Whoa, that's a better story than I even thought.
Yeah,
wow, that's like Law and Order SVU. I saw that episode.
Mhm.
And then now I'm confused about the episode because now I don't know, they have a measles outbreak on the new show coming up. But what does that have to do with SA or Rapé?
Okay. I should also say that Angie is going to Austin, Texas this week. She's going to be on the Kill Tony show.
No.
No.
I'm going to be on Roast Battle.
Roast Battle.
Mother.
Who else is going to be on Roast Battle?
Luke Binkow, that kid you keep beating up at the Comedy Store.
Oh, like he doesn't have it coming to him?
No, he has it coming, but I have many photos of Don choking out.
You got to lose those. You got to lose those. Oh, that'll be fun. Is he a good guy?
Roasting him?
He's good. I've roasted him before. I beat his ass verbally.
Because he's a pussy.
Because he's a total pussy.
Yeah.
Yeah, really? So he's going down. He's the only person I know that's also going to be there at the same time.
So that's why you're roast. Who runs the roast battle there?
It's still Pat. Pat books it. They don't do.
I don't know who Pat is.
Pat Barker is the booker of Roast Battle in LA. And then on Sundays at the Mothership, when they don't have another show scheduled, they'll give Roast Battle a date sometimes. So they don't.
Really?
So it doesn't happen often.
Just out of curiosity, did you hear the controversy the other night at the Roast Battle?
I told you the controversy. I was the one who told you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. There was a scandal about tables and chairs.
Yeah, I had the same problem.
It was kind of a movement. The comedians at the Comedy Store no longer want to perform in rooms with tables and chairs. They want to open spaces that don't limit.
Oh, that's right. You did tell me, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
I'm sorry. And you
were
also told me
on pot.
How dare you say that?
They have to, in the belly room, wouldn't they have to like raise the roof and raise the stage? Because normally for standing room only audience,
I think he was thinking more about cameras.
Is higher.
Yeah, I think he just wanted to squeeze more people in the room, and they started putting bigger tables in the belly room, as you saw.
Oh, really?
Well, I mean, the way we did it before to fill up the room to absolute maximum capacity was we eliminated the tables and put all the chairs in rows.
Well, you know what? I'll tell
you
you
guys got away with it.
I'm very disappointed.
Because we move our own furniture and then put it back. No yelling.
Yeah.
I'm very
Yes, Don, what were you saying?
I said I'm very disappointed in Harry.
Did you text him or call him today?
No, I did not.
Why not?
Well, I'm the new Hollywood Harry.
Yay!
Brian Moses is such a legend.
Who said that?
Hi-Fi protege.
I don't know who that is.
Wait a minute. This is classic Angie
Mhm.
stealing Don's story. I don't think that's.
I'm not Angie, I'm Hollywood Harry.
If they use smaller chairs, they can fit more people. Question for Don. You want to ask the question, Mary Jane?
Sure, Don. Would you like a question? Question for Don.
Oh, sure. Go ahead.
Okay. Could you picture a world before chairs were invented? Question mark.
Hey, there's Jack.
Hello,
Hey,
Jack. How are you?
hey Jack. Can you text Harry? Is he
And tell him
sleeping?
he's fired.
No, no, no. Don't say that.
Kidding.
Best time of the night. Thank you, Jack.
Yay!
So would you text Harry, see if he's coming on? Because I think, where did I put the,
Or, Jack, do you know if he's coming on or not? Have you spoken to him recently?
uh-oh. I think I gotta go get my phone.
Why don't you stay and I'll get it quicker?
Okay, thank you. And Angie can tell a story that she's never told anybody before.
When I was a child, my house was struck by lightning and burned down.
Is that true?
That is true.
What time of the day or night was it?
It was 12:05. It was noon.
It was noon, so it wasn't like you were sleeping. Were you out? Did you have to go outside? Do you remember
Well,
what?
I wasn't home.
No,
I was at camp. I was at the YMCA.
see, I didn't know that.
Oh.
I didn't. Oh, thank you. I didn't know that you went to the YMCA.
Yeah, in
Uh,
Chesterfield, Missouri.
Yes, old man G.
Jack says he called Harry earlier an hour ago and it went right to voicemail.
Huh.
So I think the obvious answer is that somebody's kidnapped him and holding him for ransom.
I think the obvious thing is Harry's dead.
And we have
No.
to solve it.
This is surreal. The King and the Future. Christopher Burns. Hello, Chris. Is that the Chris Burns that I know?
Maybe. Shout out Chris.
All right. So what we do here all the time. Jack, are you ready? Are you ready over there, old man G? Angie,
Sure.
are you ready?
I was born ready,
Oh,
Don.
I'll bet you were. All right.
Don, I
This.
have a quick question.
Okay, shoot.
Okay.
What's something that you've never told anyone? What's your secret?
All right. There'll be times I'll see a girl someplace, and if
Mm-hmm.
I think she's pretty, I imagine having sexual intercourse with her.
That's
Okay,
crazy.
that is crazy too, right? All right, this is the Mary Jane six
Question
pack.
for Don.
What's that?
Question for Don. Would you like to take a question?
I'll take a question. What the heck?
Do you think Harry owes the Russian mob money from their pics, and that's why he's kidnapped? Question mark.
Oh, is that the one that we never got to? Yeah, I think that's a very good possibility. I think Harry's got a very seedy side. One time, I know somebody who actually saw it happen, but I went to a party one time, and Harry took me outside and said, "Hey, man, why don't you try some of this cannabis?" All right.
Don, that wasn't a party. That was babysitting and watching a sports game.
Woo! Woo!
Yahtzee!
All right, so here's the Mary Jane six pack. These are 6 games that'll be played over the weekend. Let's see how you do this week. Mary Jane, who has an overall record of 344 wins, 294 losses, and 7 draws. All right,
Thank you.
so the first game, we're going to go college basketball. We're going to go to the Wisconsin Badgers versus the Michigan State Spartans.
I'm contractually obligated to pick Michigan, so Spartans it is.
Michigan State. Okay, let's go over to the Russian girl, whose house when she was a little girl was struck by lightning and burned down. What was the thing that you lost that day that you were really sad about?
I don't remember. I was like 10, so probably like, stuff that I wouldn't really mind losing anymore. But I don't know, maybe like I think a lot of artwork I made as a child. But
Were you artistic?
yeah,
Okay,
you
who?
asked if I was autistic, right? I am.
I didn't ask if
ART,
you're autistic. That's fine.
ART.
Okay,
Is
Zing.
in this college basketball game, it's the semifinals of the Big Ten tournament. We've got the Wisconsin Badgers versus the Michigan State Spartans. I go now to the young Russian girl, Hollywood Angie. You did put Hollywood Angie.
Yeah,
Okay,
someone had to step up to the plate.
exactly.
And I just want everyone to know that my record was 4 wins, 2 losses from the last one. So,
So you know what you're talking about.
uh, and my heart is leaning towards the dairy, the Wisconsin Badgers.
Can I tell you something interesting that nobody knows about? Wisconsin, not only is it the dairy state, but there are more lakes in Wisconsin than any state in America.
Really?
Okay, let's go out to West Virginia and let's see what's on the mind of Old Man Chi with the Wisconsin Michigan State game.
I think Michigan State's on a roll, so I'm gonna go with them.
All right, let's go to Jack. Jack,
He is
actually,
already.
give me MSU.
me MSU. Okay, thank you, Jack. All right, in our second game of the Mary Jane Six Pack, we've got a hockey game. Do you know anything about hockey, Hollywood Angie?
I've actually never seen a hockey game in my life. I have no idea how it works.
Not even on TV.
Nope, never seen a hockey game.
Okay, we've got
The
the
same difference as soccer, not American football, but international soccer, except for they get sticks and they're on ice skates.
Okay, so
Okay.
there's really no comparison whatsoever. Okay, we've got the New York Rangers, Mary Jane, versus the Columbus Blue Jackets. And I will tell you one thing: you've bet against the Columbus Blue Jackets before, and you lost.
Are you trying to influence my pick?
No, I am not. I am not.
What are the mascots, please?
Uh, the New York Rangers is a ranger.
Like a forest ranger?
A forest person, maybe like a.
And the Columbus Blue Jackets are a blue jacket.
Like Union soldiers.
Is that what it is?
Pretty sure, right? I think that's
Union's
what the logo
north,
is.
right?
I think.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna go with Rangers because I think they killed less people, even if they were killing for a good reason.
Okay, we now go to Hollywood Angie, who has a 4-2 overall record here in the Mary Jane Six Pack. What do you think? What do you think, Hollywood Angie?
Home on the Ranger.
Whoa, you even put it to song. That's creative.
And that's called being a triple threat. Improvising, sports betting, and singing. All in one.
Let's go to Jack. Jack, what do you think? New York
He
Rangers.
says Rangers are the only team in the NHL with no mascot. Oh, Rangers.
He picked the Rangers. All right, let's go out to West Virginia. Mountain Mama. What do you got there? Who do you have?
Oh, Manji?
Yeah, neither team really seems to be on much of a roll. So, I'll go with the Blue Jackets.
Whoa. What did you do, Mary Jane? Were you the Rangers?
Mhm.
So 3 Rangers, 1 Blue Jacket. Okay.
Why don't you make any? Do you make bets, Don? Or are you just hosting?
Just the goddamn host, man. Why can't you just let me
You
do
got
my job?
you gotta put some skin in the game.
Oh, you know what? I'll even invite you. Do you know what a bracket is?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to do
Play
a.
tennis with her.
What's that?
You play tennis with them.
Not
No,
a
no, that's
racket.
a
That's a
racket with
racket.
an R, not a B.
We're doing college basketball brackets for the NCAA championship. Everybody does that. And if you want to be involved, it's a gambling thing. You put $5 up.
I
And
can't get that type of cash.
what's that?
I can't get that type of cash. Liquid?
I don't know.
Liquid?
I don't know.
I'll see if I can scrape it together.
Well, and so
Good paper.
that thing comes out. They have all they set the bracket on Sunday, and by then I'll know exactly the breakdown. At first, I
Oh,
was.
and Don, the commissioner just volunteered to do a bracket for you.
Oh, really?
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Let's call it a ding dong bracket, and I'll. How do they break that down? Like, let's say you win in the first round. How many points do you get? And where does the points break? Where does it become big?
This is going to be super fun. I don't know if you noticed this, Angie, but the Ding Dong show is very female heavy.
The Pretty Girl Show is very female heavy. This is where pretty girls get together and talk about pretty girl things.
Yeah, but I haven't
I
Googled
thought-
it yet, but my understanding is it's going to be like a long, complicated worksheet.
No, it's a 2-week tournament.
You said I don't get to just circle things or write Y or N, so that means it's a complicated worksheet.
Yeah.
Uh,
What are you doing?
Don, what's distracting you from the show?
I'm popping pimples on my leg.
That's not what the host is supposed to do.
I'm not doing that. Come on, Stroud. All right. So anyway, we're gonna do a bracket. Are you gonna be part of the bracket, Old Man G?
Sure.
Are you going to, Mary Jane?
I believe I have to. If you say it's a Ding Dong show activity, I don't think I have a choice in the matter.
Everybody has a choice
Oh,
except
okay.
Angie.
Then
Angie
wait
does.
till Monday. I will throw a fit when you're trying to get everyone to cooperate.
Well, Terry Greenbeans is going to. They get 16 points if they win the national championship. How does that work?
Terry Greenbean says double per round. We can speak off the show if you want. And then he says, or 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. And then he also says, Mary Jane, I can help if you want. Oh, thank you.
Please help us, Terry Greenbeans. So, and then because then on Sunday I can tell everybody how it's broken down. Okay, where were we? Does anybody remember?
Game 3. Game 3 of 6, I believe.
Okie dokie.
Hello to Mojo Yoga.
Hi, Mojo Yoga. Mojo Yoga sent me a bunch of shirts, and 3 days in a row I've worn Mojo Yoga shirts. Today's the first day that it wasn't a Mojo Yoga shirt. Okay, in our next game, another hockey game. We got the St. Louis Blues versus the Minnesota Wild.
That's not the St. Louis. Oh, St. Louis Blues. Okay. I thought you meant San Jose.
Nope, I didn't mean that at all.
We'll go St. Louis.
Whoa, that's a big gulp.
I drink a lot of ice water out of that cup.
That's the biggest gulp I've ever seen.
No, it isn't.
Yeah.
Okay, we now go
It's
to
done.
an apartment in East Hollywood with Angie Stroud. Hollywood Angie Stroud. What are you shaking your head
Red
now?
East LA, Don.
You're revealing the location of my broadcast.
She's located on Hill Street and 4th.
Ho- Hollywood Harry is gonna see that I'm coming for his gig and he's gonna swat me.
That's a
You're
real
following
possibility.
my spot.
Okay, but now what we're gonna do? Let's see what kind of. She had a 4-2 record before. Let's see if she takes this seriously. We got the St. Louis Blues versus the Minnesota Wild.
I'm a St. Louis native, so I have to go with my home team.
Are you really?
Mhm.
When did you live there? How old were you there? Your house
Uh,
that was struck by lightning, was that in St. Louis?
and I'm in Missouri. I lived there until from childhood until I was 15.
And then where'd you go?
Then I went to the Bay Area.
Hmm.
Mary
I was
Jane.
in St. Louis from second, third, first, second, third, fourth, and fifth grade.
That's a a short stay.
She's a
I'm an
military
Army
brat.
brat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I was at St. Louis Christian Academy downtown only for 1 year, and my parents lied to me on why I had to stop going there.
Crinkling, Don. We're having a conversation about our troops over here.
No, I'm listening. You get
And
to
you're
talk.
crinkling.
You get talking about tampons, and I'm back in the conversation.
You're crinkling a box. We were talking about our troops.
I'm popping pimples on my leg. I
Well,
can't.
you got a separate Twitch stream going of you popping pimples on your leg. Um, my parents were in the military too. They were in the
Were
army.
they really?
Oh, my dad was in the Army.
Yeah, so were my parents. They went to West Point.
Was your
Ooh.
mom in the army too?
Yeah.
I don't know if my dad ever went to West Point, but he did join after college, so he was an officer the whole time.
Nice.
He flew helicopters,
That's very cool.
all the helicopters from like the 90s.
When I was a sophomore in high school, I went to Florida Air Academy, an Air Force high school.
That doesn't count as serving for your country, Don.
Yeah,
really
it
does.
did.
It means you were a naughty boy.
It means they were like, we gotta give this pepperoni leg guy something to do. He's got all these zits on his leg. We gotta give him something to distract him from the zits on his leg.
Oh, okay. That's not true. I lied about that. I don't have any zits on my leg. Sorry, I lied to everybody.
Oh,
Okay.
the commissioner, Terry Greenbean, says, comment for Don. Thank you for your service.
That is stolen valor. He is stealing valor.
You don't know what I'm doing.
He stole some valor.
Oh, did you pick the
I picked the St. Louis Blues.
Oh, that's right.
I'm a
Okay.
St. Louis-
In Don's defense, Toilet Bowl Comedy says Pauly Shore was in the Army now.
Yeah. This week I'll be opening for Pauly on Wednesday.
Oh, you will? Where do you get to travel to?
A place called the Belly Room.
Is he
Ooh,
filming
la
one of his
la.
shows? Is he filming like one part of his thing?
I'm sure he's just trying to get a quick payday. Couple $100. Okay, so did we get a Jack? Jack, Terry, quick question. Do you ever see any point spreads for the games? Because I saw them on Yahoo Sports. Just wondering, since I did not see them when Don sent the games. He sent a later version of it. Should I send that to you, Jack?
Don, Jack said, I'll take the Wild.
But I don't think. Let's see here.
Oh, Toilet Bowl Comedy says, I'll be at the show. Terry Greenbean says, yes, I added them for the Saturday basketball games. Sean Morton says, hey, mate. Terry Greenbean says, hockey is money line.
Meaning that there's no goals given
No,
up.
Don, Angie and I don't care.
We're talking about the troops over here. That's what
Yeah.
girls talk about, the troops.
Okay, who did Jack
Did you
go
ever
with?
hear of the army base in Illinois right over the bridge called SLASC?
The Wild.
You're going with
Angie?
the Wild. Are you going with the Wild too?
Yeah, but you asked what Jack was going with.
Okay, so Jack's with the Wild. You're with the Wild. And you did pick the Wild, right? I'm not putting words in your mouth.
No, I picked him.
Oh, here's an interesting game. Mary Jane, you ready for this?
My turn? Okay.
Got the NBA game, the New Orleans Pelicans versus the San Antonio Spurs. Now, as you know,
Pelicans from?
what's that?
Where were the Pelicans from?
New Orleans,
And what city is Spurs?
San Antonio, Texas.
I've never got to go to New Orleans, but it just seems spiffier. So let's go with Pelicans.
Okay.
I saw one explode in Monterey once. It was not pretty.
A pelican?
Yes, and the kids got arrested. They fed him Alka-Seltzer or something.
Oh, it's horrible.
Yeah, the kids did get arrested. I saw that too.
Okay.
It was a rather disturbing day.
And then we now go to Hollywood Angie. Hollywood Angie, who do you like in this bout? It is New Orleans. It's an NBA game. New Orleans Pelicans versus the San Antonio Spurs.
You know, my first thought was New Orleans, and then Mary Jane shared the Pelican exploding story, and that really solidified it for me that I think the Pelicans are going to explode on the court.
Wow. Wow, that's a long. How about Jack? What do you think, Jack? New Orleans or the other team?
He has not answered yet, Don.
Okay, let's go to Old Man G while we're waiting for Jack.
It's the second night of a back-to-back for the Spurs, and they're not really playing to win right now, so I'm going to go with the Pelicans.
Fly, Pelicans, fly.
Jack, do you have Terry Greenbeans? And wait a minute. Oh, I'm taking the Pelicans, and also you have to hear this. I once filmed a video for Harry, and he was taking the Pelicans, and there was a pelican on the pier, and at the end of the video is funny. You have to see it. I'll send it to you, all right? You can even hear my laugh at the end.
Yay! And we have a question for Don. Don, would you like to take a question?
Sure, go ahead.
Do you think Mary Jane is a serial killer? Question mark. She killed that deer that one time and watches pelicans explode.
I don't think she's a serial killer and the like.
Wait a minute. I said my first kill, but I didn't kill the deer. The deer bounced off my car, coming 2 inches from smashing into the windshield. It bounced off my car into a semi truck and then landed by the time I was able to stop my car on the side of the road. So who do you think killed it? A little tiny 4-door with a 16-year-old driving it, or a semi truck?
So I go with the semi truck.
Thank you. But the police offered to tie it to the roof of my car, which was even more traumatizing than the incident.
Don, you disappeared into the ether.
What's that?
Don, you disappeared into the ether.
That's what sometimes when you're in the northern lights, sometimes you can kind of see me behind the trees.
There's all this green smoke. Are you smoking pot, Don?
Don doesn't do that.
I hear a lighter.
I think you're full of shit. I think you're accusing me of things that you're wrong.
Don Jack
Mary
said
Jane
he
had
just
bad
sent you
luck
the
with the
video.
road animals. What's that? Did you pick your team yet? Hollywood Angie. What was that?
Yes, we've all
We're all
picked.
we're all fly Pelicans fly.
Did you go Pelicans too, Old Man G?
Yes, we got a subscriber on YouTube, 180 pound subscribe. Thanks. That's a follow on YouTube, so thank you.
Wow, thank you very much, Terry Green Beans. Don was more likely filming a anti-pot PSA than smoking pot. Sean Martin, all the way from Australia, says subscribe.
That subscription.
Subscription.
That's what it says when somebody subscribes. In your voice.
We don't hear it though.
No, you
We
have to
picked
have it
that.
on Streamlabs or Twitch to hear it.
Yeah, remember when we first started streaming long ago? It was stuck, so it interrupted us every time.
Well, no, I think Don hears it. I just don't think we hear
Oh,
it.
wait a
'cause we're-
minute. Hey, Mary Jane, can you send me a link? Harry just asked me to send him a link.
Mhm.
Oh, is he going to be pissed when he sees Hollywood Angie in here?
Oh, guys, be cool.
I won't say a word. Did you send this yet, Mary Jane?
I'm trying now.
Wait a minute. Clyde McC requests $450. You're mine and my daughter's. To pay, go to Venmo and complete
No.
the
No.
request.
What kind of weird spam are you reading?
Someone sent me a message.
Yeah, don't click on things like that.
I haven't clicked on anything. I'm just telling you. Clyde
They're trying to sell you their child for $450 and
Maybe. I've bought
Venmo
children
and bank.
before.
Well, can you do it off the air? We got some work to get done.
Yeah,
Whoa.
and I'm gonna hack your bank.
Have you sent that yet? We're trying to get it.
Yes, I did.
Heard
Everyone
Angie
knows.
was the heiress in the Twizzlers licorice fortune. I don't know if that's true. All right. Have you sent it yet, Mary Jane? Oh, yes. Maybe you did.
And Jack said I sent on the message in the video I was talking about.
Yeah, I'll send you that, or I'll show it to you after, Mary Jane. All right, let me send this
Wonderful.
to Harry. All right, Harry has it. So, all right, let's not draw
Get
attention
ready.
to Hollywood Angie stealing Hollywood Harry's name. Don't do that, whatever you do. Okay, let's go to the next game, and then Mary Jane.
Opportunity.
Why don't we wait for Hollywood Harry to get here?
Because it could, who knows how long it's. I sent down a message to the video, yes. Harry could take forever. Hollywood Angie just sounds better.
That's what I'm saying.
Wow, look at everybody taking Hollywood Angie's side on everything.
You know, that's just the business. You slip up once, and then a young hot thing fills in the spot. That's Hollywood.
Yep, Sean Morton says, and she hasn't been under investigation by the commissioner once.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Terry
That's very
Green
true.
says, one in the chat if you love Hollywood Angie. One.
Wow. Wow. All right. Hey, how about one if you like Don? If you're a fan of Don.
No, those ones are still for me. You're just trying to take some of my ones now.
Yeah, Don, if you do,
no,
if you
I
do
think
another
there's
thing, you
two
have
pe-
to say another number.
two
Oh,
people.
no, they're back. One. One in the chat if you love Don. One.
Let's talk about
Yeah,
pretty
Don.
girl stuff. Let's talk about pretty
Oh,
girls.
Jack says one for Don.
Heck yeah. Can I tell you this? I went out, Jack and I had the exact same sport jacket, and I am very proud of that. And there's been 2 times that we've both worn them on the same time. Don's a pretty girl. Thank you, Sean Morton. .211.
Not true.
1 for Don. 1 for MJ.
It's Mary Jane Dunn. Oh, thank you. Now there's more ones. And Jack says, yes, we did. More ones in YouTube.
Wait a minute. What does Greg Riley say there? Maybe you can look at that for me.
Lips are sealed. Ha ha ha. One. And then Dawn is a pretty girl too. And Jack says, love the jacket and and matching with Dawn. Yay!
And I love the exact, except instead of matching with Don, I matched with Jack.
Exactly.
All right, I'm trying to get back to the.
Oh,
what-
Benji, do you remember the last game and did we all pick the things?
We all picked the
Pelicans, right? Or no? Or yeah.
Last one was the Pelicans and the Spurs. Now we've got the New York Knickerbockers versus the Golden State Warriors. Mary Jane,
Where are the Knickerbockers from?
a place called New York City.
We'll go Golden State.
Okay, we go down to Hollywood Angie, who is 4-2. Let's see if she improves on her record. Who do you like here, New York or Golden State?
Well, so when I moved from St. Louis, I moved to the Bay Area, which is Warriors country.
Can
Also,
I was going to actually say that in the
Yeah.
introduction to you, but you
Yeah.
remembered yourself. Okay,
but I remembered my own life story.
right. What was the thing you were going to add there at the end?
When I first heard about the Knickerbockers, I was confused because I know the New York Knicks, but they're different, right?
No, they're the same team.
They
Knicks.
are.
Knicks is short for Knickerbockers.
When I first heard, like, saw people online saying Knickerbockers, I thought they were making up a fake basketball team. So I didn't think it was a real basketball team. And so
Well,
with
What
all
the heck are Knickerbockers anyways?
yeah, like underwear.
Shorts, right?
Oh, they're shorts?
I think.
did you take a team yet, Mary Jane? New York.
Yes, I said the Golden State Warriors.
Oh, that's right. And then
And
we went down
Jack's
to
answers
Hollywood.
in when you're ready.
I saw Jack's.
Oh,
Jack's
Angie, you picked, right?
The Golden State Warriors, finally.
because that's where she moved to.
Where I
When she
moved.
came from St. Louis.
I mean, they're also a pretty safe bet, if I recall. They're pretty good at basketball. That's
Uh,
what I
always get the Knickerbockers confused with the popcorn guy, Orville Redenbacher.
And Don, would you like Jack's pick?
Yes.
The Warriors.
Okay, let's go out to West Virginia. How's the weather out in West Virginia today?
Warmer than California, apparently. We're still in the high 60s here in the middle of the night. So
I got to tell you this: when I about 5:30, I walked 6:30. Excuse me. I walked outside yesterday. It was so cold and the wind was blowing. Like, oh, geez.
Oop, the commissioners made a ruling. Hollywood Harry asked for the link as a fake! Exclamation point. Did you send it to him yet?
Yes, I did.
Are you sure?
I'll double check, but
what if it's really the Russian mafia that wanted it, and now they're gonna
I
hit
did
us up
send
for
it.
protection money?
I don't know if that's because I sent it to his text message.
Don't you think if he owed them money, they would just hack his phone and intercept all correspondence?
All right. So, did you pick a team with the Knicks as of yet? And I'm
Hold on.
talking to you,
OMG,
old
did
man
everyone pick?
I haven't yet.
G. And that's
Okay.
go ahead.
I'll go with the Warriors because Jalen Brunson, I think, is still out, and they had a close one against Portland the other day, and the Warriors are on a roll. So
Oh, just a second. Jack said not good. What's Jack talking about? What are pretty
Maybe-
girls' thoughts on the Bonnie Blue craze? All right, I've got an opinion. The Bonnie Blue craze. You want to say anything, Hollywood Angie?
I don't know what the Bonnie Blue craze is. Is
Very-
that a new hairstyle?
I'm looking it up.
Or is that a player? Is that somebody's name? Or is it a product?
There's no getting around you. You're one of those smart girls. Jack says, Terry Greenbean, remember the wanted poster of Harry I sent you?
Oh, she's a porn star.
Who?
Bonnie Blue.
Is he?
She's She's the girl that had intercourse with 1,000 men in a day.
Can I say this?
Mhm.
Ouch. Ouch.
Can I say this? Waddle, 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 waddle. Okay, here's my opinion on that. I think something so Don, do you know who Mr. Beast is?
No, who is Mr. Beast?
Yeah,
He's
I think I do. He does the scary stories or the wild stories.
No, he's the guy that does the competitions where he's like 1,000 people compete for $50 million.
Oh no, I didn't.
Oh,
Is
he
it
has
on
the
TV?
it's on it's
YouTube.
on YouTube.
Have
And
you seen it, Old Man G?
Yes.
he's very popular. I think it might be the most subscribed to YouTube account on YouTube right now. But the reason that people say that his videos work is because it's like clickbaity to have, for some reason, our brains are attracted to numbers, where he has videos where it's like 1,000 people compete for $5 million, and you just immediately want to see, like, you're attracted to it because of the numbers. And so now I think it's interesting that there's these OnlyFans girls that are like, I'm gonna have intercourse with 100 people. I'm gonna have intercourse with 1,000 people because it's like a known clickbaity like stunt thing to do is to
Really?
draw people in with like numbers.
Are you guys trying to convince me to do that for my OnlyFans page? Because I'm not going to. First of all, my OnlyFans page is nothing but foot fetish stuff.
So
So,
Yeah,
you
you'd
could
be
have something where you're like,
copying the
wear
Family Guy.
what's that?
You'd be stealing a storyline from the Family Guy if you did one of those competitions for your OnlyFans.
or you could do something where you wear like 1,000 socks and take them on and off, and it
Or
would
I,
probably
or I could wear a different T-shirt every day for 2,408 days.
yeah.
Wow,
You're
Sean
ahead of the
Morton said
curve.
I watched Don make s'mores with his feet on OnlyFans.
Did you actually do that?
Yeah. Why would somebody lie?
No, that's a lie.
1,000 pictures of them. It was very beautiful. Thank you, Sean Morton. Okay, where are we on this thing?
Is this the part of the show where you break your feet out to promote your OnlyFans?
No, he won't give it away for free. He
I
knows
don't do
better.
that. Yeah. Come on,
Oh.
man.
I'm just asking. I'm
You
just
can
my
tell you're not very experienced at this. Uh-oh.
Terry Greenbean getting us on track. Last game, folks.
All right, last game. And Harry now has had, let me see how long he's had. He's had the
You're sure you sent it, right?
positive, and he's had it for 10 minutes.
Didn't send it to Hollywood Angie by mistake, did you?
I did not because I don't have Hollywood Angie on her name yet. I just have Angie. So I
Yeah,
guess I've got,
until I get this big promotion.
let's see here. All right. This is it. The last of the 6. Are you guys ready?
Okay.
I think the wanted poster got leaked. What's Hollywood's Angie's number? She's not going to give her number out to people.
I'll give Don's number out.
Yeah! How'd you like that?
Yeah.
Jack says, and so the mafia is holding him.
All right, we've got the Phoenix Suns and the Los Angeles Lakers.
Oof.
Phoenix, Los Angeles. Mary Jane.
How soon is the basketball Super Bowl?
It's not called the Basketball Super Bowl.
It's
And
called
it's June.
Super Basketball.
It's probably in April, right?
The finals are like in early June, maybe.
Yeah. So
Nowhere close then.
nowhere close.
Then why are we having to do this bracket paper on Monday as some weird homework assignment?
College.
It's a college championship.
Pro basketball goes really long.
It sure doesn't seem like non-headache pretty girl talk on the Pretty Girl Show.
Can I tell you something? It just seems like you're having so much fun, Mary Jane.
I swear, when you brought up this bracket, I was driving and I had a half a panic attack and was tempted to drive my car into a brick wall.
Okay, that's going a little overboard.
Oh no, that you resist the feeling. You might get it 1,000 times in your life, but you resist it. I will go with I guess the Lakers.
Okay, let me ask you this, Mary Jane. I'll even give Hollywood Angie a chance for this. Let's see who can answer this question.
Okay.
Why are the Los Angeles Lakers called the Los Angeles Lakers?
You can go first, Angie. I was told a few weeks ago and I think I remember.
Okay. They used to be a Michigan team. And then
Nope. The milk place. The milk state.
Wrong on
The
both of
lake
you.
place.
Both of you are wrong. Minnesota. It used to
That's
be
what I said. The lake state.
but Ohio, or excuse me,
What was the first game that we picked today?
do we have two basketball teams?
Wisconsin. Yeah, Wisconsin has more lakes than Minnesota. Okay, but so it was the Minnesota Lakers, and they moved to Los Angeles, and they kept the name.
I mean, for someone who didn't know the answer, though, pretty close.
I got to tell you this, Angie, are you pretty smart?
Yeah.
Because it's like even on that, you analyze. Okay, what are the best odds? Okay, Don's a simpleton. He likes everything Michigan, so he's probably going to have some kind of Michigan fact. So
Well, I
that
just know that Michigan has all the lakes, so if they had a team called the Lakers, it would make sense.
okay. They bordered 4 of the 5 Great Lakes. That's what Michigan did.
I know.
Number 2 apple producing state, number 1 in Bing cherries, and you recently learned that top 10% blueberry growers.
Okay, what I learned was that Michigan produced 50% of blueberries in America. But the minute I started saying that, I found out I was wrong.
Top 10%. It was top 10%.
It wasn't even that much.
You
Okay.
retained the knowledge you were given incorrectly.
Let's go down to Hollywood Angie. Hi, Hollywood Angie.
Yeah.
All right, we got the game, the Phoenix Suns versus the Los Angeles Lakers.
I mean, blind, I would say the Lakers. They're the name brand basketball team, and they must have gotten there for a reason.
Uh-oh. All right. I'm going to read this, but this, I would accept it if you said that to me, but I don't know if it's fair to do this to Angie. Someone said, Hollywood Angie has very pretty eyes. What about my eyes? My eyes aren't pretty, for God's sakes.
You can barely see your eyes. You're so high on pot.
Okay.
No, he doesn't do that.
I don't do that. All right. Jack's going with the Lakers. By the way, we are now at 16 minutes since Harry has had the link. Did you pick a team there, Hollywood Angie?
Yeah, I picked the Lakers because they're the name brand.
Oh, that's true. You did. All right. And Jack picked the Lakers. Let's go out to West Virginia.
That was me. Don't bother.
I think Luca's going to be back, so I'm going to go with the Lakers as well.
Okie dokie.
Angie, did you ever hear of the legend of Robert William Aprovia?
No.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to tell me the legend of Robert William Aprovia?
It's a long thing. You'd have to
Don, you give her the quick synopsis and then I'll
No,
say what I wanted to say.
well, okay. What do you want to say?
Well, it's somebody that most of my comedy career, it was my assignment to bring him up. He was the closing act of Potluck,
Hmm.
1984 until he died about 2 years ago. And he was Don's nemesis. It was the first person Don saw perform in the original room stage when he moved here. And there's like probably 100 hours I could tell you more. But he was a basketball champion and he scored 15.9 point guards per game. And I just learned that LeBron's son only scored 4 point guards per game.
Sorry, Mary Jane, it's 1.4.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Wait a minute.
1.4.
What is this
Yes.
that Jack's asking? Does Hollywood Angie know about 8/13/2022?
Oh, this is what it is. Jack first said, "No way, Hollywood Angie said that about Don." And then he follows it with,
Oh.
"Does Hollywood Angie know about 8/13/2022?" That is when we
Jack,
were
no. Please don't tell Angie. Jack, please don't tell Angie. Mary Jane, please don't tell Angie. She'll look at me as a different person.
Oh,
Okay,
no,
okay, go ahead. Okay, go ahead.
that was the date that we drove down to see Jack and Hollywood Harry while Hollywood Harry was babysitting. And we were going to see, we were watching a significant game on the television. I don't remember which one it was. And Hollywood Harry grabbed Don's arm and twisted it around and almost broke it and drug him out the front door. And Jack saw through the window Hollywood Harry putting some of that evil cannabis in Don's mouth. And life hasn't been the same since.
I just told her, Jack. Did I leave anything out of the story?
I said it, you didn't.
I know I didn't. I know you said it. You don't look at me as a bad person because I smoked that cannabis that time, do you?
You know, I guess I just thought that you were immune to the peer pressure.
Well, here's the
With
thing.
Hollywood role
But
model.
Hollywood Harry was really being forceful.
Now maybe I'll try some pot.
Don't do that. Don't
Since you
do
think
that.
it's so cool.
Don did nothing wrong. He did everything correct. Thank you, Orlock Wolf 04. I don't think anything was left out. Thank you, Jack.
Thank you, Jack. Thank you.
I thought about doing heroin after I heard that story the first time.
What's this? Don couldn't hold his breath long enough and was forced to inhale.
Mm-hmm.
True. Hashtag free
Very
Don.
good. Yep.
Let's
Hashtag
take the
free Don.
time.
Okay, now what we did, there's a thing when Harry's here.
Did we do 6 games already?
Yes, we did. There's a game that is played when Harry is here. He picks girls. Who is the, where was this list of women from?
These were the girlfriends of the character that Charlie Sheen played on 2.5 Men.
Okay,
Oh, Angie didn't get to pick.
that's what I
No,
was going
so
to do. Should we let Angie pick these people?
Yeah,
Sure.
while we're waiting for Hollywood Harry.
And what it is Hollywood Harry has to say lights on or lights off. Lights off mean he really likes this girl, and he'll turn off the lights while you climb in bed with me. That's
Do
what
you
the
remember
lights
the
on.
game, Angie?
I remember the game. I remember the lights on and lights off being confusing a bit.
It is. It is
well,
confusing.
it's because Harry's married, so we didn't want him to like say I want to have sex with this. So or sexual relations with this one. So we thought we'd just have it be more innocent with the lights are on or off. That way he could have plausible deniability.
Okay, so now old man G, you're the one that selects them. Angie, do you want to play?
Yeah.
All right. So
I
we're
came
gonna...
to play. Yeah, I want to play.
All right, then I now turned everything over to old man G.
Cool. And now we'll ask a Hi-Fi Protege to keep Angie's total so we can add them to the other total. The first girl we have is a lady named Jody Lynn O'Keefe. Pull this up. So I think that's right.
Does anybody have the list?
Yeah, we've got it in Discord.
It's in front of you.
No, because I'm thinking, what do you think about this one, Hollywood Angie? And remember, you're thinking, how would Harry pick this girl?
So we already have his answers.
No.
We don't. But everybody,
Don
like,
answered. I answered. Old Man G answered. And I'm pulling up the list now.
Yeah, so you can answer it and we'll give you what everybody else thought. And next week, if Hollywood Harry isn't in a ditch somewhere in Russia, yeah, we'll get his final answers and see what he thinks.
What's her name again?
Jodie Lynn O'Keefe.
Jodie. Okay.
I have the list right here
Oh, you do.
if you need it. If you need anything.
If I had to guess from my experience from being on the show the first time, I would say Lights On.
Lights On. Interesting. What did everybody else vote? Just so Angie can know.
Dawn went on, Mary Jane went off, Monica Lopez Yoga went off, and I went on.
Okay, let's go to the next one.
You're supposed to comb your mustache off camera.
Holy shit, you've got a lot of rules on your fucking show, don't you?
Ay, 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 hubba, hubba. Oh, is it my
Sorry, this is Jennifer Taylor. Sorry, I thought my mic was unmuted.
Jennifer? Hello. I would say Lights Off. Any red hot blooded American man.
Okay, let's see what everybody else said.
I was just getting started.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Ay, 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 ay. Awooga. Humana, 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 humana. Okay, now I'm done.
All right. Old Man G, can you tell Angie how everyone else voted?
Yes, everyone else was Dawn on, Mary Jane off, Monica Lopez off, and Old Man G off.
Why would you say on?
Why would I say on?
Yeah.
Because I was thinking, I think that can you put the picture back up so I can point this out?
Yeah, one sec.
And maybe when you hear it, you'll understand. Okay. All right. She seems like she's fake. She'd say that she'd want to do stuff, but she's full of shit. And she would talk about you behind your back.
Oh, you're projecting, Dom.
So that's why I said Lights On.
And she'd leave you at the prom.
Okay, what did you say for that one?
I said,
you said yes. Okay, let's go to our next one.
All right, the next girl is named Melanie Linsky.
oh, come on. I actually know her. I've been watching the show. She's on this show, Yellow Jackets. That's like like a girls' high school soccer team that gets like stranded on a mountain and then they start eating each other.
Is that true?
Yeah, it's based on that real story of like the plane crash in the Andes where they started eating each other, but they made it a high school girls soccer team.
The Donner Party or whatever.
Yeah, she plays like one of the fucking.
Okay, so you don't like this one?
She plays a mom. She has a very mom energy, and I would say the lights would stay on for some good conversation.
Whoa. Okay, how did everybody else vote there?
Dawn on, Mary Jane on, Monica Lopez Yoga on, and Old Man G off. I assumed that'd be some sort of thing from the show that he liked and was going to say yes.
The movie is called Alive. Question for Don. Did anyone lose a cell phone?
They're talking about our sketch, Don.
Yes, I know. I was very
Who said
honored. I believe it was. Let me see.
It was the commissioner.
It was the commissioner.
He was traveling last week, and now he's back in his office where they keep him locked up pretty much 24/7 doing sports scores and odds and things.
That's Terry Greenbeans.
Yeah, shout out Terry Greenbeans.
Okay. So how about the next girl?
All right, the next girl is Ming Na Wen.
On.
You say on?
I would say on.
Any reason?
Uh,
I think what it is that's the most racist thing I've ever heard.
Oh, no, I'm not a racist.
You don't like Asians.
No, it's not. I love the Asian community, and the Asian community loves me. But if I was putting myself in the mind of Hollywood Harry, who I kind of have this like soul connection to now that I'm Hollywood Angie, I think that he would say lights on because of her more athletic build.
Okay, what did everybody else say?
Dawn said on, Mary Jane said on, Monica Lopez Yoga said off, and Omenji said on.
3 of 4. Okay, we have another one there.
Yep, the last girl here is April Balby.
Hello. Yeah. We're gonna need a light switch because I'm turning these lights off.
Just turn them off.
Yeah.
Okay, what did everybody else say?
Dawn went on, Mary Jane went off, Monica Lopez Yoga off, and I went on.
You guys are sticky.
Yeah. Didn't I say that there's something about her that I didn't like? What was that, Mary Jane? I think I said she's the cutest of everyone so far. But
he looks like a dirty drunk trailer trash in a very spiffy dress with matching shoes.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't say that.
Bruises on her knees are a little meh. There's makeup, but you're on a red carpet. Come on.
What did you go net for?
Who?
You just said her knees are net. You just said it.
Bruises on her knees.
Bruises on her knees.
I didn't see bruises on her knees. I think
Look
they
at the top part. She should have put makeup on it. If you go on a red carpet, you need to make sure your knees are not so many hues away from the rest of your leg skin.
Can we look at those legs again, please?
Sure, 1 second.
I'd like to see if I see bruises.
No, that's just how like a knee flexes.
No, the bottom outside of the one on top, the bottom outside.
Chat, do you think that that's a bruise or do you think that's just the way a knee flexes?
Then why are her thighs tanner than her calves also?
I'll bet you that's not even her real giny hair.
Dawn.
Sorry, you said yes to this one?
Hell yeah. She's
Oh,
got like
the commissioner says that's a bruise, folks.
No. You guys have just never seen a woman's knees before.
Oops, Sean Morton says not even her real knees.
Wait a second. I've seen plenty of women's knees. Plenty.
No.
Loads of times.
Twillable said I bet she didn't even shave her leg.
How can you tell she shaved her
Shaved
leg?
her leg. Come on, guys.
She's a working actress. I'm sure it was waxed or electrolysis. You can't risk razor cuts when you're on set that often.
It's the way I've always played it. So anyway, well, the one thing that is kind of exciting, Angie's going all the way to Austin. Are you looking forward to this?
Yeah, I'll probably come back Austin Angie. I'll probably come back with a new name and a new attitude. And I'll probably dig into this racism that I've been hoeing around all these.
I also feel you'll probably end up hanging out with Brian Holtzman a lot.
And I'll call him New Don. And I'll be on his Zoom show. And I'll
You
finally
be
get some
careful.
respect in this town.
I think you get a lot of respect in this town, to
I
be
hope
honest.
so.
Don't you think so?
You know, here and there.
I just need to warn Angie before she goes to see Holzman. He is very mean. Do you want to hear what he said to me one time?
Yeah.
He said, do you have a sister? And then he said, do you have a dead sister? And then he said, where is she buried? Because I would like to dig her corpse and have intercourse with it.
Oh my God. Were you guys roast battling?
Can I tell you this?
No, I
He
was just minding my own business, waiting for the podcast to start.
that's very true. And he would get mad at Mary Jane, and his very last podcast of Dead Air, I think it was called.
He tried to leave me out on the sidewalk. He tried to lock me out of his whole thing because the previous Christmas he had a Jesus pin, and I told him Jesus was spelled wrong on his pin. He was very upset.
So he was mad at Mary Jane. He became mad at me, and then he couldn't take it when I said, because he threatened everybody on the show. If you keep doing this to me, I'm going to walk off the show. And when I asked him, if you walk off, can I take over as host then? He was a little pissed by that. Excuse me for a second.
That's just all in good fun.
Oh no, not with Holzman.
Mm.
He's really crazy. Him and Don fought in the street on Sunset, unconsensually.
He tried to start a physical fight with me, and he jumped on my back, and I threw him off. I started chasing him in the street, and then he called timeout because he had broken his watch.
Wait, how long ago was this?
Before cameras.
People, the only record of it is people were painting that. No,
You don't want to know what happened at the Comedy Store before there were cameras.
what do you mean?
There's so much stuff.
Like what?
Lots of comedians would just expose their. They would be
Oh,
on
don't say,
the
don't,
original
come on,
one.
don't say that.
What? Ari showed his balls. Bobby Lee would strip down to his underwear.
That's where you go.
And I heard that Don Barris would show a little
Hey, why
something.
don't you stay out of this, Hollywood Angie? With
It's Austin, Angie, you.
so,
Oh.
you're staying there 6 days, 7 days?
I might stay there forever. Finally get some respect in this damn country.
But I mean, right now, what's your plan?
I'm going for a week.
You'll have fun. You
I
should
think
try.
so.
You should try to go to Red Bands Club and all those other clubs. It seems like there's like 5 clubs all within walking distance of
I
the
think there's more than
mothership.
that now, Don.
Is there? So
Yeah,
have fun, man. It's a good scene. It's a
I'm
good
excited.
and you should be. And will you win your roast battle?
Yeah, I'm planning on it.
But I mean, will you win?
I think so. I've only ever lost once
Who'd
out
you
of
lose to?
You see, that's the funny thing is that I've won like 20 roast battles, and whenever I tell people I lost, they're like, "Who'd you lose to?"
Well, I was also going to ask who you've beaten that was like, oh, that was it. People were surprised by that.
I lost to Alyssa Poteet,
Who's
and
that?
she's a comic. She does roast battle mostly. She's getting married on the Queen Mary haunted ship, and I'm invited to the wedding, so I'm excited about that because I've never been on the Queen Mary the haunted ship.
That's a fun place. I don't know if they still do, but they used to have when I was starting comedy, they used to have there was a good spot to get booked for a little bit of money is on the Queen Mary. But they didn't tell me till we got to the parking lot all the way down there that you get to do 2 performances in 2 different rooms, and one has to be clean. And there were literally children right there eating their dinner.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I just decided to make sound effects instead of curse words.
Yeah, and when I went there, my opening bit was, "Whose dick's bigger, mine or your dad's, kids? Come on."
And they'd say, "What?"
No, they literally
Were you
said you
there?
don't get paid
Were you
if
there?
you cuss in the first show. So
Weird.
you don't want to drive all the way down to Long Beach and not even get a penny.
Yeah.
So this will be fun for you. And is this your first trip, like for a week, at one place?
Yeah, for comedy, for sure.
Who else do you know there?
I know Luke is going to visit, and then I vaguely know a few of the comedians there, like Dylan Sullivan, who was the door guy at the Comedy Store, and
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
I'm on Brian Simpson's riffing show. I got booked by Sam Lopez, who lives in Austin. So I like kind of know people, but um, you know, I don't know a lot of people. So that's
Well,
exciting.
when you go there, ask everybody about those other clubs, because you know what? You think, oh, it's another club, it's not the mothership. But then you go there, there's 300 people in the room.
Yeah.
And it's like, whoa, this is fantastic. See, I don't get 300 people in the OR a lot.
It's only like at once a month.
Be careful, there's a tunnel at the end of 6th Street and there's bats in it.
Okay. Maybe I'll come back a vampire, a country bumpkin vampire.
You never know. There's a real possibility. Well, anybody here at Mary Jane? Do you have any social media you'd like to give out?
And you
Uh,
clearly didn't look at Angie's social media because all her Texas dates are promoted there. Am I right, Angie?
Yep. I am on Instagram at Angie STRO and TikTok Angie STRO.
how many letters did you leave off from Stroud? Two.
Two,
So why'd you leave those off?
there's a woman named Angie Stroud who has the username, and I don't want to be one of those people that has like a bunch of numbers and underscores and stuff. And I've DM'd her directly and asked her very nicely if there's anything that I could do to get that username, and she put her Instagram on private. She's a mother of two. She doesn't want to give me her Instagram
Why
username.
didn't you just add something like the in front of it?
Maybe, I haven't thought about changing it. I've had it that way for a while. I
Only
like how
one
it
and
looks.
only?
I like how it looks, I guess.
Should put the real that way. It makes it seem like she's the faker.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't mind it. I like that it's short.
Do a
But then
segment.
sometimes people think that that's my last name.
Do a segment for good evening news at Red Man's Club, Sunset Strip. Yeah, look at all those places because you're going to be there long enough. See if you
Yeah.
get spots at the other places. They kind of opened up the door for me. Yes, Mary Jane.
Don, you haven't seen Angie's social media. She has a very nice list of appearances she's going to make. She's already booked
I have some shows,
a
but
lot, a good amount.
I'm definitely, some of them I only have like one show where I might try to get on more spots once I'm there.
Oh, there's also a serial killer in Austin at the moment, but he only goes for dudes.
Okay, hell yeah.
Yeah, it's a lake, somewhere a lake, and they're mainly vagrants, and the police are in on it.
Okay, well, I'll make sure to lady it up.
Should I read this? Hi Fi Protege said, uh, I was going to suggest Angie Stroud comedy.
Maybe.
But what if she makes it bigger as an actress?
I like keeping it brief. But I'm open to suggestions. Maybe Hollywood Angie. What else is that taken?
I'll bet it is taken.
Maybe I've reinvented myself tonight.
Well, so we won't see you for a while.
Just for a week. I'll be back before you know it.
What if like every night at 2 o'clock in the morning after the club is closed, some people hung out in the parking lot of the Comedy Store. Maybe somebody brought guitars and everybody sang and
Hmm.
said things about you and things like that and what they
Like,
heard.
what if that happens while I'm gone?
Yeah.
Well, then you'll have to report back.
All
We gotta
right.
keep these motherfuckers in line.
Did I
Oh,
give my
Sean
social
Morton,
media?
that's not classy.
Sean Martin, don't do that. Do you have some social media to give out, old man G?
Or you can find me here on Twitch at allmang_gaming and on YouTube at allman_g. Follow me there both places. I stream. There's a new game coming out next week. I'll probably play a little bit online, so hit me up.
What is the my social media, Mary Jane?
Oh yes, on pretty much all platforms, it's simply Don1 the number. Or Facebook Don Barris, Cameo Don Barris. Yes, you can get a cameo from the legendary Don Barris.
Yeah. By the way, avocado. All right. And oh, the T-shirt thing. Send me 2XL T-shirts. I'm trying to set the world record for the most different T-shirts worn on consecutive days. This is 2,408 or 6 or whatever. Angie, have fun there. We won't see you till you come back. Have a good time.
Have a good time at the store tonight. Thank you guys for having me.
All right. Bye, Angie. Bye,
Bye.
Mary Jane.
Thank you, Hollywood Angie.